Sorry about that. I'm just waiting to see if I can hear Dan through this, or I might need to take my microphone out. And Dan might be freezing as well, just because of where he is, guys. So we'll just wait and we'll see if we can get Dan, if we get a good connection. Hi, Avonda. Thanks for coming back. Sorry about that, guys. I think Dan's got a bad reception as well. It is America, you know what I mean? So, got to keep trying these things. Thanks, John. Thanks, guys. Really sorry about that.
Hey, I'm here. Can
I
you hear me
might need
now?
to take the microphone out, guys. Is that what you? I can't hear Dan, right? I know you can't. Hold on, Dan.
Yes.
So I'm just going to check and make sure there's nothing else I can do. Yep, I think I'm going to have to take a microphone out, guys. Dan, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to get one of your microphones with the headphones, so I am for lives, because this is just a microphone. You know what I mean? There's no earpiece, so I can't use the mic and listen to what you're saying.
Nobody can hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Give us a thumbs up
Okay.
if you can hear that.
All right.
Give us a thumbs up, guys. Hi, Steve Shell. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello. Hello. Hi. We can hear you.
Brilliant, brilliant. Right,
Thumbs
so
up.
Dan, I just want anybody in the chat wants to ask any questions to Dan about America, what's going on in America, anything at all. Just ask a question, and we will stop and answer the question. It's not going to be like me and him having a chat. This time, it's going to be like for you to ask Dan anything you want about America, any questions about patriots, anything that interests you about America. What part of America are you from again, Dan?
I'm from the state of Massachusetts. It's on the East Coast, northern East Coast of America. I'm about 6 miles north of Boston, Massachusetts, and yeah, it's a
Hi,
very
Sarah.
it's a very liberal area around here. So
Yeah, so
like
liberal, liberal. Hello, Big Ian. Tulips here. Tulips here, mate.
Joker, look at that
She's
little one.
never, she's never
No,
far.
I shouldn't even use the term liberals for these people, because they're Marxists, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what they should be called. So yeah, that's my area. Although people are waking up around here, uh, like Massachusetts has always been a very Democrat Party state because of the Kennedys, but the Democrat Party's dead and gone in the United States. Now it's the Marxist Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Rankin, I've made you moderator tonight. Anybody, any trolls, anything like that? You just do what you need to do, mate, and just so we can get on with it. I'm not constantly because I can't be asked with it tonight, yeah. So basically, the Democrats, liberal, because liberal over here, liberal to us is it's the Lib Dems, which are, well, if you know, they're far left, but they weren't really always far left. You had the Conservatives, you had the Lib Dems, and then you had Labour. You know, you just have the Libs. You've got the Liberals, which is the Democrats, and you've got the
Yep.
Republicans. You know,
And
we've
then
got
the
yeah.
conservatives are with the Republicans. Yeah.
So see, something I'm interested in. So the way the American system is set up, let's over here we could have a Muslim party, which is, I'm not saying there's not anything wrong with it. I'm just saying, so nothing like that can happen in America, then, can it?
Well, I mean, it all depends. I mean, anybody can start a political party. Whether or not it gains ground and gets popular is another topic. I mean, like back in 2010, we started a political party called the Tea Party, and Barack Obama didn't like that too much, so he sent the IRS after everybody who was a member of the Tea Party. And so that didn't last long. So, I mean, in America, they make it, you got your Green Party as well, but they don't really get many votes.
Yeah, same here.
But the two monsters are the Democrat Party and the Republican Party, and that's pretty much why we say here in America we only got a two-party system.
Yeah.
Because any other type of party that tries to get formed is just going to get crushed by the Democrats or the Republicans just because of their funding and their money. They got billions of dollars, and nobody else does this. So yeah, I mean,
hello to Scarlett. Hi, Scarlett. James wants to know your top 3 chocolate bars in America. Your top 3.
my top.
3
What is
chocolate
it?
bars.
Oh, top 3 chocolate.
Yeah.
All right, so Hershey's is probably number 1, and then we got Snickers bars, and then we got Milky Ways.
Yay!
They're all good stuff. Yeah. But we also do have Cadbury over here. We can buy Cadbury chocolate as well.
Great. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, we get
there's a store up in New Hampshire, which is the state north of mine, and they have a whole section of candy bars and all types of like candy that they get from the UK to sell here. And, so every now and then, if I see a store like that, I'll buy as much as I can from you guys because we don't have a lot of the same stuff here that you guys got there, and vice versa.
Yeah, no, I'm still needing to send you a fucking bottle of brown sauce over, man. Lucy Cole says it's colder where you are, Dan.
Yeah, right now it's winter time. Let me see if I can. Can anybody see the snow?
Yeah, you can see the snow. Oh, not that one. That's not even nice snow. That's cold snow, man. So
well,
what temperature?
Right now it's 37 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that would be in Celsius.
Somebody in the comments can work that one out for us. John Capone, hi Freedom Dad and Dan, everyone. Can't get you on the telly, mate, just my phone. John, free speech, everyone, LOL. Yeah, John's in charge. John Rankin's in charge. Lucy,
yeah, we love our free speech.
Good job, thank you. Shit, sorry, guys. Good evening, Ronnie. Yeah, man. So, what's happening over there? Trump's not off the internet. He's not off TV, and he's just destroying people right now, isn't he? I seen that was it the one where he said the woman said, "I'll take you to court," and he goes, "I'll see you in court." So who was that? And what was that about?
Yep, that lady, that's the governor of Maine, which is another border state of Massachusetts, and Trump will destroy her in court. I mean, everything he's doing technically is not against the law. It's within his right as the boss of the executive branch, aka the president of the United States. So he's well within his constitutional rights to do everything he's doing. But unfortunately, here the left wing, they don't like that. So anything they don't like that goes against their narrative or agenda is, it's a constitutional crisis. It's breaking the law, and they'll tell this stuff. So Nancy Pelosi said, like, this is how we roll. It's called the wrap-up smear campaign. So what the Democrats do is they accuse their opponents of the things they're doing, and then they go and tell the media to push that lie, and then all the people that watch the media believe it. So, like, all the time, like, most of the media here, like, they can say whatever they want, but they know they're foolish, and they're spreading nonsense and false information. Because everything Trump is doing is correct and legal. Everything Elon Musk is doing is legal. There's no laws here in the United States that says the president or the voters can't elect or hire somebody to do these audits. It's just the left don't like it because, we're seeing where all our money, our tax dollars have been going to, which is, they've been stealing it. This is why nobody here can buy houses or afford rent or buy cars. It's bad because they're stealing so much of our tax dollars. It's like And then on top of that, we don't just get taxes taken out of our checks. We got to pay taxes on food, clothes, anything you buy, property tax, excise tax for your vehicle. So it's like, there's just so much taxes here that you pay on everyday items and everything. Things like if you buy your house, let's say I bought a house for $100,000 and I paid it up front $100,000. Technically, I don't own that house. The government still does, because now I got to pay property taxes in the state of Massachusetts. Not all states you got to pay property taxes, but in Massachusetts, yeah. So if you don't pay like $4,000 like every year for property taxes, they'll just come and take your house. So you never really own it. You know what I mean?
Give me 2 seconds. I've just got a message to turn the oven off. I'm in the kitchen.
Yep. Why wouldn't I trust Trump, Linda? See, the funny thing is, Donald Trump has been the only honest politician the Americans have seen since JFK. I know people don't like Trump because he's truthful, and truth hurts. That's the problem. People don't like Trump, and they don't want to believe him because he is very truthful, and I know the truth hurts people. It hurts people's little feelings.
Yeah.
And
Well,
unfortunately, you know what I mean? Like, hey, if some people have told me harsh truths that I didn't like, and I got the same way towards them. Like, I don't like you. Like, you're a piece of dog shit. Like, who are you? But at the end of the day, they were telling me the truth that I needed to hear, regardless if I wanted to or not. And that's what Trump does. Like, I have a saying here. When it comes to my friends that I grew up with, a couple of them, they're my brothers because they tell me.
Go back a wee bit, mate. You broke up there. Take it back. It's a couple of seconds. You've got a bad reception where you are.
So, like I'm saying, like, a lot of people don't like Trump because he tells the dead honest truth. He's brutally too honest for a lot of normie people. Like, a lot of normie people can't handle the truth like that, especially when it comes to horrible things. Like, growing up in Boston in the 80s, right? Growing up in Boston in the 80s, there was a big scandal with the Catholic priest raping all the boys. And when that started breaking the news, nobody wanted to believe it because it was just so horrific. No way could these Catholic priests be doing such a horrific act like this. So a lot of people were in denial because of it, and was pushing it aside because they just didn't want to believe it. And that's the problem with Trump. A lot of people just don't want to believe the things he says because the truth hurts. Yeah. And that's how that goes.
2 seconds, mate. Hendrik, Dan has got his own channel, and I will put the link in the description after the live's finished. So if you just come back tomorrow, jump on the description, and there'll be a link straight to Dan's channel. Do you want to say what your channel's name is? Just again.
Yeah, my name, my YouTube is Grizzly Dan and Joga the dog.
Spell Joga, Joga.
Yep, Joga. I can't. They're not letting me write comments on here, so I'm So yeah, it's Grizzly Dan and Joga the dog.
There you go, son.
And when
Kim Jong-un, yeah, Dan, you need to get a microphone the next time because it's hard to hear. It sounds like an old. It sounds tinny. You can get them. I don't know what it is in dollars. I got one on Amazon for £9. So you should be able to pick one up for about $6, I imagine. But it does the job. But I'm going to have to get one with a microphone and with a microphone in the earpiece so I can hear you and use the microphone. All's good, mate. You're just breaking up a little bit. Yeah, it's a bad reception, but it'll be the weather as well, guys. You know what I mean? It's a long way away. You okay? So how are we all doing, guys? I'm back. So
Hold on. All right. Can you?
It's about better, mate. It's a bit better. But once you get a wee mic, you put a wee mic into the phone, and then that's you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a jack plug. That's what you're looking for, Don. Come on.
Yeah, I got it. I got a microphone coming. Should be Don's gonna deliver it.
That's what I mean, Don.
That hopefully helps things.
The thing is, Paul Sensual wants to know: do you ever use cannabis? It's just froze again, guys. Um, Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, it's difficult. Generation X, we're getting used to tech, we're getting used to all this kind of thing. It is difficult getting used to it. It took me a wee while to get used to it. This is Don's second time doing this. He done his own wee videos with doing stuff. But that's him. He used to do stuff for the Proud Boys, but obviously because of Biden's administration there was only so much they could do without risking getting themselves put in the prison. Um, there you go. Yeah.
All right. All right. I don't know what's going on with my signal, but
Yes.
every time the wind blows, my signal gets a little messed up. But yeah, I got to use cannabis every day. It helps my PTSD out. Like this right here is liquid cannabis,
Right.
and then this right here is a joint.
And is this medical? Is this all legal in America?
This is
Wow. So as long as you're over 21, ID.
certain, yeah. So like
So as long as you're over 21,
yep,
ID.
yep.
Yeah, we're losing Dan. It's a wee bit upsetting, guys.
And then they'll prescribe it to you.
Yeah.
But for Massachusetts and like a lot of states like Colorado, California, Maryland, uh, Washington State, like it's all recreational, which means it's legal. 21 and up, you can buy it just like alcohol.
Yeah. So, just going back to about America and what's happened to Biden? Has anybody seen him?
Nobody knows where he is. He's in the fucking geriatric nursing home getting fed through a tube because nobody's heard from him, nobody's seen him. I mean, if I was him, I'd be hiding too because one of the biggest criminals in the world's history, and the only reason why he wasn't charged for stealing documents was because he was too old to stand trial, which I thought was bullshit. So yeah, nobody's seen Biden.
Yeah. The connection's really bad, Dan. So it is. I don't, I don't know if you want
Yeah,
to try and,
yeah, we're working
if you
through
want
it.
to try and get Wi-Fi or something and then come back, no problem. Or try and move somewhere maybe.
That. I'm gonna run in
No
the house.
problem. I'll keep chatting away anyway. We're not going anywhere, so we're not.
All right,
No problem, buddy. Sort this out. I'm gonna get. So, guys, you want to chat and send me any comments? Anybody wants to know anything? Sorry about that. He will come back. This is them things, guys. You know what I mean? It's it's difficult. It is difficult. Like, let me see if I can get this down a wee touch more. It's not going anymore. Yeah, we're Generation X. Young Cammy. Let me see. Where are you, son? I'm back. Is this a channel where the two white guys have phone sex with each other? I'll leave that for you, John. Um, oh yeah, yeah. Cheers, mate. We come. TikTok would be better for lives like this. There's keywords that. Yeah. I get that. I get that. TikTok is a nightmare right now, mate. It really is. You can't talk about Tommy Robinson. You can't talk about grooming gangs. You can't talk about anything. And and it's even factual stuff. They're taking sound off my videos, they're just taking videos down, and there's like, and the videos that they're taking down are on YouTube. So it's not like there's anything wrong. Believe you me, you can't just put anything up on YouTube. So yeah, TikTok is good if they like you, you know. If people don't report you every 10 minutes and all the rest of it, TikTok is good, guys. Yeah, definitely, 110%. But um, you know, I think another thing, coming. Here he is. Shit, dismiss him. The other thing as well is like, we don't want to grow too fast as well. We're on a mission this week, community. Yeah, you're right, John Capone. 2 seconds, Dan. I'm just going to run through some comments. What's your opinion on the French Revolution? You've got the wrong life, my bro. Honestly, you've really got the wrong life. We'll talk about stuff that's relevant in Great Britain. Today we'll talk about the what's happened to the children, why it's happened to the children. We talk about the connection between what happened to the children in the 60s and 70s compared to what happened to the children today. And we can talk about free speech. We can talk about, why anybody that disagrees with the government or disagrees with the government's policies get called far right, racist. And we can also talk about why all of a sudden has the government created this word called Islamophobia, where they want to shut you down so you can't criticize Islam.
I know.
I will talk about anything with anybody regarding to do with this country. But the French Revolution, bro, I know you're just having a wee laugh, nothing better to do, but there you go. Henrik, your man. Henrik, your man. So, how's that
Well,
done? How you doing? Over to you. Let me. Are you there? You froze. I'm still a bit dodgy, mate. Still a wee bit TikTok
oh yeah,
invite.
coffee time. Can you?
Yeah, it's coming and going a wee bit, mate. It's not great. It's not great. It could be just the distance. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll get a laptop or something.
Yeah.
French Revolution was like 20 years ago. So yeah,
Can you hear
it's
me?
coming and going now. It's a really,
I don't know much about. I don't know too much about the French Revolution, but my grandfather was there for D-Day and
yeah,
World War
yeah,
II.
yeah, yeah.
That's about
No,
it.
you were part of the Gulf War and that, weren't you, as well, mate? You know?
2001 to 2000, I served my country, and yeah, I was in Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo. I seen my stuff. Made me who I am today, though, so I can't complain.
Yeah, definitely, 100%, mate. But so how were the veterans getting treated under Biden? Have you seen what's it like for veterans? It's bad for veterans over here. Our veterans have been forgotten about. I don't know what's like in America.
Yeah, forgotten. We're forgotten about. It's like, the federal government just spent over $2 billion to house illegal immigrants. Well, homeless veterans are still living on the streets because the government
Yeah.
don't want to help them. That's just how bad it is here. You know what I mean? It's like, why can't you give these like they do with these hate?
Yeah, yeah,
Crazy
yeah.
to
Well,
me.
that's what that is.
Haitian immigrants. And the Haitian immigrants are like Pakistanis. They don't give a shit about nothing. They don't have no values, no culture. They don't, they just because that's what they know from their country. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, bro, I do listen to the other Pakistani podcasters, and they say the exact same. There is a lot of Muslims and guys that like are, I don't like saying this, are on our side, but they're just basically saying the things that when we say it, we get labeled far right and racist. It's difficult to label another Muslim far right and racist when they're talking about their own. You get me?
Well, see, in America, right? In America, it's weird. And is I'm a homophobe, I'm this, I'm that. But if the Muslims talk about the transgenders, they get away. They're allowed to. If the Muslims are like, we don't want transgenders, I was the same. I'm a racist. I'm a right winger. You know, it's weird. It's weird like that here. Like I was saying about the Haitians, like like these are into like the voodoo and shit. Like Haitians, like they're into that voodoo religion. So it's like, there's some they can get weird. That's for
You're
sure.
talking about Haitians, not Asians, Haitians.
Haitians with an
Yeah,
H.
yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, they now they come from the country of Haiti, which the Clintons destroyed. The Hillary and Bill Clinton like ravaged the country of Haiti back, like when Bill Clinton was president, and through their Clinton Foundation, Haiti, like that. It's like they need to come and live in our country and destroy it. It's weird. It's like, get them out of here. You can't even go to a hotel room without it being filled up with Haitians living in it, because that's what the state people in hotel rooms. So like if you're an average person who wanted to come here just to visit and get in a hotel, they're gonna charge you double now. It's crazy.
Well,
And then like
we're basically watching America right now because what you've went through, and I keep saying this. Excuse me. I keep saying it to my community. What you have went through in the last 4 years, um, where you are at today, what Trump's having to do, and what Elon Musk is having to do to try and fix the damage that the Bidens have done. That's where we're going to be at in 4 years' time, because it is like a mirror. It is a mirror image, and it's only a mirror image because both governments are controlled by the same people. Neither government are in any control at all. You know.
no, nobody is. It's either you got the European Union or the UN.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. So, is there any word about the meeting between Trump and our Prime Minister? Preview here. Keeps freezing. What's it look like? Did you want to upstairs?
Not really.
You're still freezing, Dan. Dan, you. I apologize, M&G. I was really, really hungry. And I haven't
No,
stopped.
it's like JD Vance put
So
the
you
hook
are
on.
freezing, mate. You're coming
Yeah,
and going. So you're, yeah,
yeah, yeah. We're getting a snowstorm here in a couple hours, so it's probably messing with my
yeah,
internet.
yeah. We're losing big segments. So we are. Tommy's, let me hold on. Tommy's team has
Yeah,
asked people not to go to the demo on the first at the jail. It's not TR. I didn't even know about that, John. There's a demonstration being organised over here, and it's not very. It's demonstrating outside the jail that Tommy Robinson is in, and all it's going to do is
yeah,
bring problems, mate. You know, it's got there is, if it's done right, it could go all right. You know what I mean? But if something goes wrong, it could they could move Tommy to another jail. You know, and further away from his family, so his family would have to travel further to see him. They could cause all sorts of problems for Tommy. You know, so
yeah. Well, that's what they were doing here with the J6s when they were locking up the J6s. Just jails from their homes, just trying to do the do here. They just want to like torture you mentally.
yeah.
just breaks emotionally and physically until they can't fight against you no more. Take us our beating. We're stopping that. We keep speaking
Don,
the truth because
Don, it's breaking up.
back in,
Don, we're not hearing you, mate. It's breaking up. I'm not getting anything. Your
yeah.
phone's going
Let me
through.
go. Let me out.
We'll come back
Let
next
me go.
week whenever you get the mic.
Yeah.
Great. We'll come back next week when you get the mic. No, I've got 10 day on next week. We'll do the following week. Oh,
Yeah.
we'll get you on during the week. We'll get you on during the week. That's a good idea. Let me know as soon as you get your mic,
Okay.
and we'll get them back, guys. Okay. Thanks,
Yeah.
Don. Thank you so much, mate. Thanks so much.
I want. Sorry. Love you guys.
Right, guys. So sorry. I'm so sorry, M&G. Honestly, I haven't stopped. I promise you. I promise you, I haven't stopped. I've just got the baby to sleep. Like I've had the baby most of the day. Well, good half of the day, and feeding her to sleep, getting her to sleep, playing with her. Um, it's non-stop. You're just constantly there. You're scared to take your eye off her, and yeah, I just you neglect yourself when it comes to weans. You neglect yourself. There's no two ways about it. You do put things last. You know what I mean? It's good for the smoking because I hardly smoke. You know what I mean? But I'm also hardly eating. Not hardly eating, but I eat when I get a chance. You know what I mean, guys? But yeah, there you go, guys. Grizzly Dan and Yoga the dog. No, don't worry about apologies, mate. This is the internet. This is live, and this is what happens. And we are going to get better and better and better. So we are. And the whole thing is to inspire other people to do what we're doing. You know, man, I've got my own wee things going on. I want to get my story out and stuff like that. I'm not here to like blow up. You know what I mean? I'm on here to practice, talk about stuff, learn about stuff, learn about people before I put pen to paper and really write a good book about my life and bringing in what could have been done different, so people can read it in the future and look at it and think, right, this is what happened to this kid and that's how he turned out. You know, and it's only now when I'm able to speak about myself, guys, that I'm able to get it across. Listen, I wasn't that bad. I was bad because I had to be bad. You know what I mean? Not many kids get a chance to do that. Not many people that go through life like me get a chance to explain themselves at the end of it all. So, but what I'm trying to say is, guys, you can be activists. You can do this. It's you can talk about your feelings. You don't need to have like loads of followers. A few people start a wee community and it grows. You know what I mean? You all can do it. Like, yes, there's Dan's channel, Grizzly Dan, Yoga the dog. Please jump on, give him a wee subscribe, guys. Yeah, I'm the same with my granddaughter. Hardly smoke, and then with her. Yeah, it's good, like, innit? Um, don't worry, Dan. There's always next time, mate. Yeah, we'll get him on during the week. Doesn't have to be a Sunday. We'll get him on anytime. You know what I mean? And once he gets used to doing this and gets like well, you'll see it soon. He'll have a wee studio and all that soon. What do you see? You know what I mean? And Jamie Dodgers, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you back. I'm sure I've seen your name, but no, everything is good. Just non-stop with the baby, with the dogs, and back and forth to mother-in-law's. Jumping to the shop. Other wee bits and pieces. I'm trying to get sorted and do things and help out people. And yeah, it is non-stop. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, I haven't been on the phone all day. To be honest with you, I feel we post up earlier on, like you know, I wasn't in the what do you call it, the President Trump thing. I did. Hi, I'm from Round Rock, Texas. Hello, Mr. Matthews. Um, Welcome aboard. Just to say as well, guys, I went on to my studio the other day. Now, this is not something I check. I know you might think, I know probably a lot of content creators do check it a lot, is my subscriptions. And I have to say, I'm five away from, is it 3,000, 3,500? You know what I mean? So totally blown away. Totally blown away. The 500s, it's a wee milestone. The last time I seen it, I think it was 300, 2008. And I can remember going over the 3,000 mark because I remember we were having problems. And, there was a wee bit of me being a wee bit full of myself, I think, guys, to be honest with you. There was that side of me was thinking, well, why is my channel not going, And then I had to really think about it, but I'm not everybody's cup of tea. It's not just about YouTube, you know what I mean? It's about the stuff that I put out, the way I do it, the content I create. It's the length of videos. It's all the wee things that I don't do that a lot of content creators are doing to capture people because they need to capture the first 6 seconds. And there's wee algorithms, if you really know, there's wee things that you can do. You can trick AI into pushing your video out. There's things that you can add underneath it, ads and like tagging people. And there's things that you can do in your description, adding certain words. Young Cami will know exactly what I'm talking about. But there is ways of doing it where you can grow. I would love to have. I'll be honest with you, right? I was thinking of doing another channel, so I was right, and I want this is. I was thinking about doing another channel for myself, but that's for myself, okay? But I was thinking that we could maybe start another channel between us. You know what I mean? As but we need to think of the logics of it all because we don't want people going, this and that. No, we need to have like it needs to be properly agreed on and everything. And because like 3 or 4 you guys working together, I think you could bring quite a good channel together. Basically, you would have to have it in one person's name, and that's okay at the start. But if the channel does hit 100,000 subs and you've got a bit of money coming in through Patreons and through advertisement and stuff like that, then always has always, guys, once money's involved, people do start to get a wee bit funny. So there needs to be, I do believe, when I was thinking about it, like the only reason I kept on thinking about it, because when I got to that bit, I thought to myself, no, my community are different. My community are a bunch of really good people, good souls, good people, you know what I mean? So then I kept on thinking about it. So it's something that if you want to knock about, if anybody's interested, let me know and we'll get a wee syndicate going if you want. And you can one person can sit at the control and the rest can give ideas and do stuff. I don't know what we work it. I'm sure a couple can share password state, share the password to one so you can load up. One, two, or three can load a video. But we would. Hi, William. Welcome up. Wow, hello, William Stewart. I've just seen everybody saying hello, William. Then you look kind of like Sammy the Bull. Sammy the Bull. Yes. He's not the worst of characters, I don't think. I'm making a little podcast to do. See, there you go. But this is the whole thing, you know what I mean? There's a creator in everybody, and it doesn't have to be political. It doesn't have to be. I could do videos on the baby. I could go on the TikTok, guys. I'm not kidding you on. I swear to God, right? And it's not for me, but I could if I wanted to. I could go on there and do a video, Daria, we lucky. And my following would just go through the roof. And I would make shitloads of money because people would just keep throwing gifts out. You understand? That's the way it is. It's so easy to give money on TikTok. You know what I mean? Um, there's lots of things you can do. Me and Katie could do a couple thing and video diary our life. You know what I mean? An older man, younger woman, having a baby together. There's so many things that you could do if you were like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's opportunities there, guys. Um, I'm telling you this because I want you to tell your loved ones, the younger ones in your family, not to miss this opportunity. Okay, things are changing in society. Less people are going out, and more people are staying in. And for some reason, I do believe that's what the government wants. Industries are falling away. Government are expecting people to work in mundane jobs for mundane money. They're paying people like carers and cleaners the worst wage, minimum wage, when they're doing the hardest jobs in society. So there's a lot of things you got to take on board, which are going to drive the society to not produce or not go to work. And also because of the explosion of population, there's not enough jobs for everybody. So there will be people staying indoors. There will be people going on YouTube. And you've also got to take this on board. If there is another pandemic and there is another lockdown, then all YouTube channels will explode. All TikToks will explode. People will watch anything and they will be like convicted to it. So, like I say, it is very easy. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person. You know what I mean? I am happy with what I've got. Like I keep on saying to these guys, if you're in it for money, you're in it for money. That's up to you, right? That's you get me. Um, maybe enjoy. Maybe you wouldn't enjoy doing it like me. Maybe you would only enjoy it if the readies were coming in, which is totally understandable. Totally get it, 110%. But me personally, I've been there, seen it, and done it. You know what I mean? With the money and cars and holidays and all the rest of it, and the designer and all that. You know what I mean? It's material things, and it doesn't mean anything, guys. You know, the most important thing is being happy, and that's the most important thing to me is doing this, being happy, having a laugh. Last night was amazing. It really was, guys. Last night was amazing. John Rankin, Dan, what's your UK team at soccer, football? Yeah, soccer. Just say soccer to Dan. Football's American football, soccer's ours. Have fun, I don't do. I know what you're up to, John Rankin. Where's James? James, you better get on here quick. John's about to convert Dan. Oh man. Oh dear. He's going to be singing the Bluebells soon. Hello, Freedom Dad. Hello, Sue. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Good to see you. France about to get bailed out by the European Central Bank. Right-wing parties leading in Germany. Yeah, there's a big change happening, guys. There's a big change happening, and Labour are panicking. Labour are panicking. Have you seen that thing when he brought out? Do you want me to do a react to it? I'd love to do a react to it. Please say yes. I'll do a react to it. He's brought out a statement going on about reform and all that. And I would just love to break it down for you, the body language and everything. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm just like, whoa, I can have some fun with it, like, you know what I mean? But, all right, Giovanni, good to see you. Good to see you. Um, right, I just want to cover a couple of things while all the regulars are in. Yeah, I had a couple of guys that are a part of our community, you know, no two ways about it. They haven't been here with us long, so they don't really know me that well. And they put a post up. I still don't know. They put a comment up, and I still don't know the comment. I should. I haven't checked the. Like I say, I haven't had my phone all day, guys. So I've done the video, so I didn't need to keep going back and checking comments and all different videos to try and make sure I explain myself properly. I did reply to the comments saying it wasn't me, and yeah, so I've done a video about it, and one of them has said, you know, yeah, I understand, you know what I mean now, but I do not delete comments, guys. Please believe me. You know, interested. I don't have the time to delete comments, and I don't even know why I would delete a comment. Obviously, I would delete a comment if he's working or not. Like you said something really bad, you know. Um, as it's happened, you know, there is somebody in my community that has said something bad by mistake on another platform and caused a lot of problems. Not, you know, not in a bad way, but you know, just a mistake. That's a silly wee mistake. So something like that, I would get it right off straight away and say nothing about it. You know what I mean? Um, but no, guys, definitely promise you would never delete your comments. It's freedom, Dad. Please think about that. Freedom, Dad. Freedom is the freedom of speech. It's not freedom of being in a prison. It's freedom of speech. You know what I mean? And being a dad is me being invested in my country and everything I talk about. That's what. That's where the word, the name Freedom Dad comes from. 73 is the number that haunts me. It's always in my life. It's always there. 73 and 37. And I did do the lottery, by the way, like I said yesterday, and I won a lucky dip for Wednesday. what number? What numbers came out that I won the lucky dip on? 3 and 7. I swear to God. So maybe the lucky dip's the one, guys. Maybe the lucky dip's the one, you know. So yeah, happy days. Hello, Robert. Welcome aboard, evening, guys. Yeah, last night was funny for him, Dad. Yeah, I was gonna. All right, Eddie. Good to see you. Yeah. So I just want to say once more, guys. I will not delete your comments, Mister Danger. Would you watch tree grow or Negro? That's not very clever, is it? Um, yeah, I'll leave you to sort that out, John. Because that's just trying to get when people are doing stuff like that, they're trying to get us to say words that'll cause problems for us. You know what I mean? Um, Obviously, everybody knows the algorithms and all that, so you'll see people coming on with names and then asking me to say their name, shout my name out. Got to be careful with that because it is trolls. It is the far left trying to get the video shut down. Get the live shut down. Um, so yeah, all right, Ruud. And yeah, so John's in charge. He's moderator tonight. Any problems, man? Just if anybody's like getting on like that, trying to get me to say words like that, that's like what I mean. And the thing is, guys, this is what I want to say to you trolls. Anybody that's thinking about trolling, I want to be a troll and all the rest of it. But all the things that you could say or do that you could be involved in. You're sitting there and you've only got so much time in life, and you're picking that time to sit there and say something like that. Like it's just pretty random, you know what I mean? And it doesn't make any sense. You could be doing so much better with your time. You can be helping other people or helping yourself. You know what I mean? What is the advice of the day? The advice of the day is appreciate being alive, guy. You know what I mean? Just appreciate being here. Every morning you wake up, that's my advice. Appreciate that you opened your eyes and you're still here. You will, if they might get, you will, if they might get, oh, yeah, yeah. Look, we're not getting jailed, guys. The lawyers, you know what I mean? We're not pleading guilty. You know what I mean? No chance. Because they'll say to you if you don't plead guilty, you're going to get X, Y, and Z. Like, so if you plead guilty, you get 2 years. If you don't, you get 4. That's what they say to these guys, and the guys are like, ah. But I know even if I plead guilty and I still get the 4, that I've still got a chance to appeal. Then I've got the human rights and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? I would exhaust every avenue. Yeah, thanks, M&G. That's, it doesn't take much. And we're not here to cause any problems. We're not here creating hatred. We're not here creating division. We're here to try and bring people together. One of our goals is to bring Protestants and Catholics together, you know what I mean, under the same Christian banner. And yeah, and just try and get an understanding of what's going on, get an understanding what direction the country's going in, get an understanding of other cultures and communities that are popping up all around Britain, that are playing a big part, seemingly, in our government, and our government are playing a big part in paying attention to them and giving them money and constantly putting other people down for either criticizing or having an opinion about it. So when them kind of things are happening, that's sort of my ears, thingy up. I wanna know more. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not here, like I say, guys. Um, where are you guys from? Because my argument is currently high. We're from Great Britain, Scotland, Ireland, England, Wales, and America. Yeah, mostly. You know, I can actually go on to my studio and it tells me where you're all from. Gives me your addresses, your postcodes, your house number, your phone number. John, I could just imagine John Capone, man. He'd be sitting there like rolling and everything like that. What? No, but it tells me where you're from in the world. You know what I mean? How many? It tells me how old you are. Believe it or not, it tells me how many people under 50, over 50, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'll do a wee screen record. I'm going to bring my buy me a coffee. I'm going to show you that. So I am. I did say I wouldn't. I'm going to fucking thingy with that. Like, and it's no big deal. You know what I mean? I just want to say thank you. You know what I mean as well. And I also want to make sure I'm open and honest. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say I'll bring it up because when I was called a grifter, you know what I mean? It upset me. So when I did say I will put it up, um, and that's, do you need any goodies? What's goodies? Hold on, guys. I found out what goodies is. What? Do you need any goodies? Yeah. Anybody else? Hold on. I'll get back to him. Yeah, they were supporting Dave. Yeah, yep. Giovanni, yes, I got you, bro. Love from India. Yep, love from India. Yep. Everybody's welcome. From all parts of the world, guys. All essential. Is there a hidden message in that comment? Nah, sorry, mate. You know what I mean? I'm sure it means something to you. Hello, Chan. So, guys, so going out there. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Couldn't have that keep coming up. Man. Wee bit bunkers, welcome aboard. Um, old man sits in his front room. This now it's the kitchen, smoking crack and audibly rotten. It's got crack now. Crack. That doesn't do it for me. I've tried it. I really have tried it. And the thing about the crack, right? It was like I think what it was I was like everybody was saying to me, like, when I came to Scotland, right, that's the first time I've ever heard it. To be honest with you, I heard a wee bit about it, maybe I don't know, right? But when I came to Scotland, I was like, whoa. And anyway, so, like, again, to be honest with you, it was after my wife died, you know what I mean? Like I say, very, very vulnerable, you know what I mean? And I can remember going, like, I was around some undesirables, you know what I mean? And I've been offered and offered and offered, and I said, no, 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 no. And then I was like, oh, okay, man. And then, so I was building myself up because everybody says, oh, it's that amazing, man. One hit and you're like, oh, it's just fucking. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's supposed to be good, like, you know what I mean? Bang, nothing. Nothing. And so then I thought to myself, maybe it was just a dodgy bit, you know what I mean? So another time, a different guy, again, nothing, nothing. You know, like maybe I wee bit, just, but nothing like, ooh, oh, I'm going to run about the cupboard and pick up bits of breadcrumbs and see, you know what I mean? No, I could never have seen me getting that stage, you know what I mean? But yeah, and old man, I'm only 55. I thought I was doing all right. Like, still got my hair and everything, man. That's great, wasn't he? Oh, I can put my microphone in, can't I? Why didn't you just remind me? Oh, microphone's going in, boys and girls. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Is that better, guys? Give us a wee thumbs up if that's better. Make sure it's clicked in all right. Whoa. Hello, gorgeous. This is the first time watching live on Shorts. Yeah, always welcome. We do a live every weekend. We Saturdays and Sundays, and we'll talk about stuff that you want to talk about if you want. You know what I mean? If anything you want to ask about Britain, anything you want to ask about immigration, anything you want to ask about the grooming gangs, anything you want to ask about Christianity, stuff like that, then we're good to go. I'll try my best. You know what I mean? With Definitely. Sniper Pots, good evening. Hope you're keeping well from Cork. Welcome from Cork. Amazing part of the world. You know what I mean? Amazing part of the world. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Ireland is absolutely beautiful. It's just a shame. It's just a shame that all the troubles, and not just all the troubles, just with Europe and everything, and what I think's going, what's happening, where I think Ireland's going. It is a real shame, guys. Um, Bro speaking about his crack consumption. You know what I mean? This is one of them platforms, mate, that we talk open and honestly. You know what I mean? Um, I don't think. I think the most important thing when you're doing stuff like this, like I'm not like I say, guys. What's your name? Ulrich. I quite like that name. You know what I mean? It's Ulrich. Just see if it's a. I'm trying to see if it's a if I throw some ladders together because that's what a lot of these people do. But no, mate. It's like talking about helping people, talking about addictions, talking about getting through childhood abuse, and talking about getting through grief. And I try and help other people get to where I am. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. And it's just about being frank, open, and honest. You know what I mean? And if I don't do it that way, then I'm not going to really be able to help any people. Aren't going to trust in what I say. You know what I mean? This is the kind of thing where if you make one mistake or you say one bullshit, one lie, then that's it. Because that's what I'm like. If I'm listening to somebody and taking stuff from him, stuff on board, and I find him telling me a lie, I'm going to fucking struggle to believe anything else he says. So that's important. So it is. That's important. Freedom Dad, Freedom Dad, where's Dan? Because I'm sure he's just popped up on my screen. Yeah, he is. He's going to come back during the week when he gets a microphone, and there's a storm coming, and that's why it keeps coming and going. Like I say, as you know, Eddie, he's new to this. You know, he has been putting videos up, but he's not really been on talking. This is the second time he's done it. You know what I mean? Actually putting himself out there, and it's a huge step, because he's had his problems, ups and downs, PTSD, guys. You know, Gulf War. You know what I mean? Seen some stuff, done some stuff, and he's been involved in a lot of our stuff, helping the Kurds fight ISIS and all that. You know what I mean? You know, the guy's got the stripes. You know what I mean? And I believe he's been through a lot as well in a relationship breakup. You know what I mean? And I've been there with him for the last 15 plus years, and with the ups and downs, and he's been there with me through my ups and downs. And it's just been hands across the water, one of them ones. Even though we've never met personally, he's been there for me. I've been there for him, and we've created a relationship like that, just like we do, and people in our streets and your mates. It's just the same. Just because we haven't physically touched each other, there's no difference. It really isn't. Not that I want to physically touch them, guys. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying. HMRC. We'll be hearing about this. I'm not even sure what HMRC is, guys. That's it. You don't live in Britain. You're in Cork, Ireland. I don't think he said he was in Britain. I, I don't think the guy said he was in Britain. Maybe I missed something. Why are we all doing thumbs up? Where have you been? You know what I mean? If you're not, be careful what I say. Oh, I nearly slipped up there. I nearly slipped up there, so I did. Could have done with an old hate fucking thing there by mistake in Scotland. He's in Scotland. Well, you know, I didn't want to say anything, you know what I mean? But I can always leave it to you guys. Thanks, John. Working hard. Do you live alone? Yes, I do live alone, but I have a baby and I have a partner. I'm just decorating, and also for security reasons, my partner and my baby comes and goes. You know what I mean? But I'm here on my own most of the time. How long you got, Ruth? Yeah, no, Taylor. You know, to hate you guys for ruling us. So hate you guys for ruling us. Yeah, you see, you can't blame us. Fucking hell, man, please. Fucking hell. You know, none of us were alive, you know what I mean? Um, this is a big problem we've got that problem over here. We got people hitting us for all sorts, you know what I mean? And none of us have a clue. You know what I mean? We're all really nice people, and we are really genuinely nice people and love everyone. And everybody hates us for stuff that people done that we don't even know. Most of us probably don't even like our ancestors, you know what I mean? Honestly, it's nuts. You know what I mean? It really is nuts. And like, take my ancestry for instance. I'm a Protestant, born in Belfast, loyalist. You know, and then I find out my I just became a Protestant with my last granny and granddad. My granny and granddad got married in the church, but everybody before that, my great granny and granddad, my great granny and granddad, they were all Catholics. You know what I mean? You know, see how things change and how people change, and you know, it's nuts that we're sitting in the day looking back, and while you're looking back, mate, you know, you're not looking forward, and you're going to miss out on quite a lot, you know. Yeah. Dan, Grizzly Dan and Yoga the dog, I think that's it. He's on the comments. If that's who you're talking about, Eddie. If you just flick down the comments, you'll see he wasn't last. He was on there 5 minutes ago. Taxman, it's MRC. Oh, don't be telling the taxman. Still, don't be doing that, right? That's bad crack, by the way. Nothing. I didn't want anyone to bail. Yeah, I know we're all thick-skinned on here. You know what I mean? We don't. I don't really panic, but panic. Are you a gooner? I don't support. I don't. I'm from Northern Ireland to support Linfield. I don't have the energy to support any other teams. I've always been like that, and a lot of my mates don't understand that because they all think I support Rangers, and like they just assume I support Rangers, because I come from Belfast and I'm a Protestant. You know what I mean? And yes, I do support Rangers when they're playing Celtic. You know what I mean? Of course I do because it's just the way it is. Growing up, it's just that wee bit of fun, the old firm. You know what I mean? I like taking part in that, but I don't support Rangers. I don't invest in them. You know what I mean? Good luck to them and all the rest of it. But that's it. My team is Linfield Football Club in Belfast, South Belfast. You know what I mean? I grew up a street away from the ground. You know, so it's Northern Ireland's stadium, but it's also Linfield Stadium. Um, Rolly, you're trolling. That's a good name for a troller, isn't it? Rolly the troller. How are you? I'm good. RN. Shells a gooner. Eddie, Grizzly Dan, and Yoga the dog. That's it. It's Martin's birthday today. Happy birthday, Martin. You're spot on, Freedom Dad. Thank you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm half Catholic. Told my Irish father-in-law he pissed himself. Oh yeah, you know what? There'll probably be people falling out with me because I've got fucking Catholic ancestors. We're Belfast. We're Belfast or what? Like we're Belfast or what? Like. That's it. You're a Belfast nigga. You're a Belfast girl. But the lake gives it away. You know what I mean? Like that gives that away. Um, want to know about your life and learning from life. Yeah, you learn. I don't know, man. Your life will be different than my life. You know, man. I don't know what you'll learn from me. You know what I mean? I spent most of my life in prison. You know, and I've been around a lot of people with mental health, so I've experienced a lot of headers in my time. So I understand mental health. When I say headers, you know what I mean? Don't mean that disrespectfully, but it's what we call each other. You know what I mean? Nobody else labelled us. You know what I mean? Nobody else came and said, "Hold on, mate, you shouldn't be in prison. You've actually suffered quite a lot. You should be in hospital getting fixed and getting you back on the straight and narrow road of the person you were before you were abused as a kid." None of that's happening. You know what I mean? You're just getting popped in with a load of nasty boys and criminals and told to get on with it. You know what I mean? And like, you know, we call ourselves headers. You know, everybody, that header. You know, just jumped off the top flat onto the bottom flat. Fucking header. You know what I mean? Walks up with a piss pot, throws it into the screw's face. Fucking header. You know what I mean? Takes the dial off somebody. This is what I'm talking about. These are guys with mental health, and people just, it's just understood and accepted, and that's just normal prison life now. Normal criminals have, it's no easy for them neither, believe you me. We've got a lot of gangsters, a lot of boys that know the score and all that, and and for doing dodgy dealings, and they believe they are proper gangsters, and they've got to navigate it. They've got to navigate all these headers. They haven't experienced headers like this before, believe you me. When you go to prison, you will not experience guys like me anywhere else because there's not many different types, coming at you with all sorts of madness, you know what I mean? And, one day I will write all about it and give you all the different levels of the different mental health that we find in prison, And I'm not exaggerating, I'm not bullshitting, I'm not just saying stuff for the sake of saying stuff. I'm fucking lived it. I've seen it. It's horrible. It's horrible seeing men destroyed, totally, their brain totally destroyed, just being bullied and just hurt in prison, because they're weak. It's not nice. I'm from Belfast, but I do live in Scotland. Vital. Glens. Yeah, Glens. Yeah, well, I'm born and bred in South Belfast, brought up in East Belfast. So all my mates are Glens, man, you know what I mean? Linfield, favourite football team, John. Linfield, yeah. Why do coins have ridges? I don't know. Go on, Randy. It does a fella. Sorry, it's just with the I. Oh, is it he, she thing? I'm joking. Let's not go down that road. Um, hello, little Englander. I can now tell the difference between the Irish just say flag and you say flag. I learn a lot of these channels. Yeah, I'll tell you a wee story. When I was in England, when I went into Glenparva, I was 18, and I was in for a building society, armed robbery, and walked into Glen Park, the biggest remand for young offenders in Europe, and uh, went to school. I can't, there was a lot of stories from that jail, but I'll tell you this particular story. So I went to school, and I was only in a few days, and I like, because I'm looking, waiting to get a letter. You know, and he's like, I'm like, any letters? He's letters. He's like, no, you're not allowed ladders in here. I'm like, ladders, ladders. He goes, no, you're not allowed ladders. You'll climb over the wall. I'm like, any meal, any meal. He says, you get your meal at 5. I'm like, fucking, yeah. So that was the kind of problems I was having. Words like that, and schools taking the piss all the time as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, probably it's funny now. Like, it wasn't funny at the time. I support 2 teams, 13 daughters, 15 sons. That's enough for me. Many headers, as you say, they just called us headers. Our language. Yeah, you're old school like me. Yeah, yeah, we're all old school. We are like. How long you do? I got 3 years when I was 16 in Northern Ireland. I got 6 years in England when I was 18, and I got another 3 years. Yeah, I got another 3 years after that, and then I got 18 years down to 15 years in Scotland. Please, I don't want to go to prison. Oh, you haven't tried our prisons, mate. Oh, tell you, TVs, PlayStation, Xbox, shower, ensuite shower, sink, toilet. You know what I mean? Selection of luxuries from the canteen or the tuck shop, as they call it. Personal gym, football, badminton, soft tennis. Anyone for tennis? Yeah, don't knock it till you try it, guys. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, jail's really difficult. It's far from difficult. Please believe me. Um, don't think so. I'm in jail. I've no drug habit. Not Turkish. Are you okay? Phil V. Thank you, John. You're fucking busy at night, John boy. Um, Somebody else can do moderator the next time. We'll change it about because it is a bit much. I did sort of throw it onto his lap, so I did, guys, and said that thingy. For some reason, we've seemed to have got a lot of trolls on tonight, which is very unusual. Maybe it's a sign of the times. Maybe my videos are getting out there now. Who knows? Fair play, mate. You being honest. Yeah, well, I'll be honest. I'll just fill you in what happened. So my mum died when I was 8, and I'm sorry to go on about my followers and all this, and I hate going on and on about it. But my mum died when I was 8, and I didn't have any other family, and I was put in a care, and I was abused when I was like 9, and then I was abused again when I was 11. And so to do with the abuse, I wasn't going to school, having to keep one eye open and stuff like that. And school suffered, and I was running away from the children's homes because that's where it was. It was happening it was happening in my bedroom in the children's home. So I was running away from there, staying out in the street, running about, and I loved it. The boys in East Belfast looked after me. It was brilliant. And so progressed to they put me in a training school with when I was 12 with 11, 12 with all criminals, and I hadn't committed an offence, and that's where I met all my best friends in this place called Rathgale, and it just snowballed from there. The direction I was going in life was taken out of my control. The Labour government were in charge, but believe it or not, when I was put in the care, and I was made a ward of court, so everything that happened to me had to be signed off by a judge. Because they were the government were my parents. So there is a reasoning why I behaved the way I behaved. There's no excuse. I broke the law and I deserve to go to prison. But there is people out there, guys, that didn't get brought into this world to commit crime, and they just end up in that pot, and you either sink or swim, guys. You know what I mean? You're not going in with a load of criminals and being a good boy and telling people, oh, don't do that. And that's not right. No, you'll get into trouble for doing that. Of course you don't. You know what I mean? So, it was, it was inevitable what direction I was going to go in. And I became a bank robber, because I'm a good person, believe it or not. And I used to think that bank robberies and building societies, they were victimless crimes. It wasn't stealing off anybody, and that was the route I went down. The police in Northern Ireland say I'm responsible for £900,000 worth of bank robberies in Northern Ireland. And I got done for 5 banks in Scotland. So
That was the reason why I got 18 years, because they wanted me off the street, and they said they had my fingerprint when they didn't have my fingerprint. That's how they got me remanded. They made up a story saying they had my fingerprint and tried to present that fingerprint, but I had to get experts in. It took me a year on remand getting experts in to prove that it wasn't my fingerprint, But that tells another story. How many people have been thingied with a fingerprint and went, "Oh, I'm guilty," and it wasn't even their fingerprint. So a lot came out of it. There was a lot of stuff wrote about it on the internet. It was a big deal, you know what I mean? Because this forensic science lab in Scotland had made the same mistake, whether it was a mistake a month or 2 months before me, in a case involving a policewoman called Shirley McKee, where a murderer got off because they got her fingerprint in a house that she'd never been in. And because of that, a guy walked for a murder. So 2 months later, they gets me from Belfast, flies me to Scotland, and goes, bang, we've got your thumbprint in a bank in Scotland, remand. And I'm there going, it's not my fingerprint. I've no way. Obviously I'm going, I was never in that bank. I can tell you now, I've never been in that bank in my life, because I knew that it wasn't my fingerprint. I know for a fact. But you can't turn around and go, I was wearing two pairs of gloves. You know what I mean? It definitely wasn't me. You can't, at the end of the day, they know that. And my hands were tied until I got experts in to get a good look at this fucking thing that they had. Because I don't know whether they'd lift it. Because I know whenever when they were raiding places in Scotland where we had been, they were taking things like toothbrushes and stuff like that, and cutlery, anything that we touched, they were taking them away. So I don't know if they lifted my print, because I wasn't wearing gloves in these places. There was a log cabin, and we weren't wearing gloves. You know what I mean? Because we didn't think this guy was going to turn Queen's evidence, because he told him about quite a lot of other locations, and he told him other things. You know, he didn't just tell him about me robbing the banks. He told them other things. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's the story behind all that, guys. Sorry that you have all heard that before, most of you, but we've got somebody new part of the new community, and our community is just all like-minded souls that are all here. That we're here to try and find out what's going on in Great Britain today. We're here to find out what it's going to be like in 20, 30 years. I've just had a wee girl, wee Lucky. She's coming 4 months old, and 55 I am, first child, because of my upbringing, because of my lifestyle. I'm actually in a place now where I can relax. Nobody's trying to kill me that I know of, and everything seems to be going all right. The mental health is good, and along with the help from my community, the guys that are here talking on this chat here right now are responsible for bringing me on in the last 6 months, because I've been doing this for 6 months, and I think I've over 300 videos, and it's just a video diary of my life, basically, along with what's going on in Great Britain. That's it. So welcome aboard, all newcomers. Yeah, yeah, no worries, no way, Freedom Dad, dealership, man. Yeah. John, you haven't been in jail in a wee while, right? When you were in jail, you were throwing mystery parcels out the window. You had piss pots. You were chewing your batteries and putting them on the radiator to try and get an RR out of them. It's changed now, mate. It really has. No, but I know what you're saying. It isn't. I am having a laugh. Obviously, jail. I wouldn't want to go back to jail, and it isn't. I am institutionalized. I'll be honest. I am institutionalized. So I'm neither here with jail. It doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? I will settle in first night, sleep like a baby. All the rest of it. It's just like, there is a wee part of me would relax a lot more in prison, and there is a wee part of me when that door shuts. And I think it's because of the pressures of life. To be honest with you, I'm expected. I'm a man. I've got a baby. I'm a father. I'm my partner. There's things expected of me, and sometimes it overwhelms me because I don't know how to handle it. And like I said, I do have social problems. I do have problems around normies and stuff like that, and normal people. And yeah, it is difficult. And jail isn't difficult. Jail is, every time that door opens, you know exactly what the door's getting open for. You understand? You've got no bills. You've got nobody. You're not expected to provide. You're not expected to put food on the table. You're not expected to get nappies, and I know it sounds, I'm not saying this is what I want. Of course I don't. But I'm saying, I'm trying to show you the side of it where it's pressure free. If you're not scared of prison and you don't mind that door getting shut over, it isn't a difficult place to be honest with you, And as far as bullies and everything are concerned, and anybody picking on you in fights, you just you just hit the biggest and the baddest. Nobody wants to bother anybody if you're going to do damage. They really don't. In prison, everybody's trying to get out. Everybody's trying to get parole. Everybody's trying to get their own. And most guys just don't want the hassle. Especially if you're going to hurt them. They'd rather go and bully somebody that's not going to hurt them. So you don't need to be a hard man. You know what I mean? You just need to show a wee bit. You just need to show a wee bit of danger, and that's enough. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple, pretty easy. And that's coming from somebody who isn't a bad man. He's done a lot of bad stuff. So I'm trying to explain these, like, that's been difficult being a bad person. And I've had to see a psychiatrist about it, you know what I mean? To try and get it right in my head, because it did hold me back and held me down because I've been such a bad person. And it's trying to get my head around that. How could you be so evil? You know what I mean? But these are bad people. It's not like I'm running about hurting people or hurting women or anything like that. These are men in jail. But I still struggle. It's the level of nastiness. It's how quick the rage comes and how angry I get. And it's the level. And I just think it's the way I was accustomed to. So I'm used to. It's what I see. I behaved like Aylesbury, being in Aylesbury when I was 18 and seeing young men, like all under 21, doing so much damage. Horrific, horrific. Like standing on the bottom flat when two men are on the top flat, like it's a bridge goes across from like old Victorian jails where you got the gangway going from one side of the landing to the other side. Two men just ripping each other apart with stuff, just pouring down onto the landing. Absolutely brutal. You're standing there like and you're getting covered in it, and they're just really doing the damage, and you're like, how's anybody surviving this, and I've seen some horrible things, guys, like guys going in and doing guys in cells and horrible, horrible stuff and things, just horrible beatings and things that you just think, why, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I think just living like that and then getting beat up by prison officers and all the rest of it, you know what I mean? You just become an animal, you know? You have got all that money. They say you blagged. Well, yeah, yeah, I know, I know. They'll end up changing the currency, mate. I should have changed it to gold. Yeah, even and all. Sorry, I'm late. No problems, no problem. We're only an hour and 17 minutes. All good. Hi, Julie. Hi, Julie. Hi, Julie. You now have things to lose. Now, when that cell door opens, yeah, that is a big point. It's true. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen that thing. I need to bring it to you where the wee white guy with I think he had blonde hair as well. Blue eyes. You know what I mean? And he's in a cell with the Muslim guy with a beard and everything, and he's got all the Muslim garb in, and he's like, "You want to go to the mosque?" And the wee guy's like, "Yeah." He goes, it'll be okay. You'll be fine. It's okay. It's really nice and all that. And the wee guy's like, "Yeah." Follows him out the cell. Next thing he's down, getting converted to Islam. And yeah, I understand it. I totally get it. You know what I mean? You know, um, I get that survival thing. If you're on a landing and it's 50%, because you can understand it doesn't need to be more Muslims than Christians for one. Because I'm not saying there's Christians, but I'm just trying without using color and saying skin color. I'm just going to use it say racial. Like the religious. I mean, so it does because our 50%, the 50% British guys, they don't come together. They're all cliques. And then, it was me. It was me. It was me banging the table. It's all cliques and that. So we don't come together. It's not, what I mean? Whereas they do. They're organized. They're a unit. You know what I mean? So it only takes about 20-30% for even maybe 20% of a landing or a wing for them to dominate, you know. And I've seen that in Scotland with just other gangs. You know what I mean? I've seen it loads of times, and it doesn't need to be Muslim gangs. Any other gangs, guys from Belfast, guys from Ireland, guys from Scotland, down in England. It's just nature of the beast. It's like being in the military. Yeah, yeah, it is, William. It is the prison. It does. It's the same sort of idea when you're trying to leave it. I'm just going to get a wee smoke, guys. It's the same kind of idea when you're trying to leave it. 2 seconds, guys. Because I'm on a live. It was like at the Katie. We were talking about earlier on about lives. I take precautions. Obviously, I take precautions, right? I've got security around my house. So I wouldn't be sitting here and like letting everybody know where I am if I didn't have some sort of security. And I was talking about it today with Katie, and she was like, she was like looking at myself as being a wee bit porno because she's always checking me for that because I am quite bad, overthinking and stuff like that. And I was like, Katie, I'm on a live. Everybody knows where I am. Exactly where I am. Exactly what part of the house I'm in. You know what I mean? And she was like, you know what I mean? But obviously, I never really thought of it. It wasn't until that guy got on a live was it for burning the Quran or doing something against Islam? And they unalived him on a live. So yeah, it just puts things into perspective, guys. Did you hear about the prisons in New York? No, I do know of the prisons in New York. If there's something new happening, we would like to know. No, no, you're right. I get you. You're just being a brother. I know that. I get that straight away, John Capone. You're just being a brother. Um, you don't want me talking like that about prison, but because like you say, you know, in prison it's no good to anyone. If I'm no good to Lucky. I'm no good to Katie, and yeah, I do. I keep reminding myself that, you know what I mean? Because it's difficult being institutionalized and not having that fear like other people have at prison. It is, it's really, really difficult. I am very vulnerable that way. And I have got good friends around me that remind me of what is truly important, what I should be prioritizing. And, it's the same like when the bike got stolen. I did take a sort of wee back seat there because I know how quickly that could go wrong, because all right, these wee guys think they're wee gangsters and all that, but whenever they get slapped, they go straight to the police, or their mouths go straight to the police, and then you're getting done. Whether they're 20, 21, 22, it doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? As soon as you do them, they're going to the police. And that's the way it is nowadays. It used to be like honor amongst thieves and all the rest of it. But now it's just seen as a what do you call it? What do they call it in Scotland? A stroke. When you pull a stroke on somebody, when you rip somebody off. Well, grassing them people now, it's like especially amongst drug dealers. Oh, I'm grassing him in, gonna get him busted. That's called a stroke. They don't see how unmoral it is. And I know that sounds nuts, drug dealers with morals. Fair enough. I stand corrected. My ex years ago went to court for stealing a motorbike. Judge said, I'm giving you 6 months. My ex said, I can do that standing on my head. So the judge gave him another 6 months. Fucking hell, man. I've seen a few like that. Like, what's happening? William Stewart, what's happening? Shell staff are on strike. National Guard had to go in. Oh, right, right, right. Yes, I did. I seen them standing out in the cold. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I love a wee laugh there. Yeah, well, we had that in Northern Ireland. We had the army and all that coming in, you know what I mean? All right, James. There's James in the house. I was actually talking about you earlier on there, but it wasn't nothing bad, I don't think. Got a couple of new folk in that have popped in. Welcome aboard. I was just giving them a wee rundown because obviously we pop up talking about prison and stuff like that. And we talk about drugs and that. And for some people, it can be like, whoa, so they need to understand where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? I'm not here bigging up things. I'm here embarrassingly admitting the things that I've made mistakes in life to try and prevent other people. And also, basically, the main drive is to let people know, don't worry about it. Fucking stop worrying about the past. Whatever you've done, fucking forget about it. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm religious, so I would say God will forgive you. But you got to forgive yourself, guys. That's the first thing. No point God forgiving you if you're still going to keep on not forgiving yourself. Oh, don't, man. Ukraine's doing my nothing, guys. I'm really sick of hearing about Ukraine. I'm sick of hearing about our government's getting on. Pick you up, then you get. But yeah, this morning, guys, I just want to reiterate. I can't say the word. I just want to say again. This morning I woke up this morning, and I swear to God, I had I don't know what it was, but you see, because we laughed and because I had that wee buzz going to bed last night, like that wee, like thinking about the jail and the CD and all that, and there was just things that I don't really think about much, you know what I mean? Because obviously a baby and everything, and I was on my own as well, and I got up this morning and I felt like a wee bit hungover. I really did. Like it was weird, you know what I mean? And I was just, it was just like because the live last night was different. It was a wee bit different. It was we were having a laugh, and you know it's difficult because we talk about really serious subjects, so we don't really get to laugh much, really, do we? We do try, but it is still difficult. You know, it's really difficult to put, and it is good to see so many laughing faces and all that. It really is. But you know, I did. I genuinely came down the stairs this morning without one of the tunes in my head. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was great. Thank you all so much, guys. You know, um, right. So the M&G, I can wrap up. I can explain that for you, my pal. So the problem with TR being mistreated is because he's in solitary confinement. You know what I mean? I done 3 months in solitary confinement and I lost my mind. My wife was telling me it was like a running joke when I got out. I used to always say to her, "Was it really that bad?" Because when you lose your mind, you've got no clue. You think you're okay, and Tommy's going into 4 months solitary confinement. And the other thing is he's in for a civil offence. He shouldn't be in a maximum security, but because of who he is, they can't put him in an open prison because there's a price on his head. So realistically, if you're in for a civil charge and you need to be put in the solitary confinement, then you should be put out in a tag and house arrested. It's just common sense, common courtesy. It's, you know, he's in prison for something that no other man's been in prison for. You know, that's the truth of it. You know, Tommy Robinson goes to prison for things that no other men go. The last time he was put in prison, it was to do with asking, well, not the last time, but one of the times he was put in prison was asking somebody how they felt outside the court about their guilty verdict. Now we see that Hugh Edwards was going into court, how many microphones was in his face when he got found guilty on the steps of the court. Not one of them, not one of them. Fair enough, there may be no restrictions or whatever. But at the same time, is any journalist that makes a mistake like that would never get put to prison for it. And that's the problem with Tommy Robinson being mistreated. You know, he's not getting the luxuries that I would have. He's not. He's coming back from a visit. Okay, I'm going to tell you straight. He's coming back from a visit with his loved ones, with his heart beating, wanting to speak to somebody, wanting to talk about how good his children looked, or how well, or how proud he was, or just, you know, because they need to speak about something like that after being so emotionally involved with somebody you love. And going back to a cell, that door shutting and the silence, it's heartbreaking. I've been there. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And there's no man on earth should go through that. There's laws and there's rules, and he's not getting that. He's not getting the association, social association that he needs, the association that he needs with other human beings. He's not getting the interaction that other prisoners that get. He doesn't have the laugh. He's not out in London playing dominoes or batting on the football or playing poker. He's not down the gym with the boys, you know, having a rematch of a match that they lost last week with the crack and everybody having a laugh. And you know what I mean? He's the jail I'm talking about. Tommy Robinson never sees that jail. Okay, I couldn't do the jail Tommy Robinson does. You understand? That's not a jail that people come out of, you know, wanting to go back to. You know, that's not a jail people come out of that the same that they went in. Please believe me. You know. M&G. Plenty banter. I know, Eddie. I know. Yeah, well, I have heard one of them world leaders talking about it, like, but we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But they are worried. It'll be interesting, guys. You know, Giovanni. I need to check this, guys. The dogs don't bark for nothing. All good, all good. What's up? Yeah, better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. Um, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so you know, we pay close attention to it. You gotta understand that this is another attack on the people that are running Biden and the people that are running Labour, the people that are writing the scripts, the press, excuse me, the press releases, the people that are puppeting our government right now, because we all know, looking at our front benchers in the Labour Party, Cooper, you know, Rachel from, accounts, Stormer, Lammy, and said he had Cooper on what's I'm talking, and all of them, they just they look better fitted for a youth club. Let's be honest, they look better fitted for a hostel, run in an office, social workers in an office in a hostel. None of them have any credentials as far as economics is concerned, as business wise. That's very concerning. That not one of our front benchers or anything to do with money properly. Even at Reeves is meant to be just told Porkies to get where she was. And we need to pay close attention to Germany, because this is going to be us in 4 years. What we are seeing going on in Germany is what people are going to be looking at Great Britain. We are going to be the talk. Everybody's going to be talking about reform, or whoever it is. Man, I'm hoping Tommy Robinson and Ben and V bring a party together. And then, if the very push comes to shove, it would be reform and Ben Habib and Tommy Robinson party going together as one, to form a coalition. That's my dream. But feeling that, it'll be reform. Whether Nigel Farage will be at the head of it, I don't know. If Nigel Farage is at the head of it, I've got my own personal opinions of where that will go. But it will be worldwide news. Everybody will be talking about it. It will be all the left wing social media sites will be going, shock, horror, racists, the far right are taking over Britain. And then there's going to be campaigns, because everybody's going to be talking about the battery. Hope my battery doesn't die, guys. Boy, once I move. Let me just change the battery over, guys. Change the battery lead over. 2 seconds. Yeah, everybody's going to be watching. So we can take a lot from it. You got to take a lot from it. You got to understand, listen to the rhetoric of the left, what's going on. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have campaigners. They're going to be coming out shock car over, because, the deportation is going to be the agenda. It's going to be the policy that's going to be pushing the next general election. Okay, the deportation of illegal immigrants that's come into this country, and there'll be other things that they'll be looking out for. People that's come into the country and just signed on universal credit the day they got here, and they've just milked this dry. People like that, they'll look at and they'll see, right, he's had £250,000 off us since he's been here, because that's the kind of figures that you're going to be looking at by the time, say if somebody's here 10 years, you take into account universal credit, you take into account housing benefit, you take into account adult disability, you take into account all the other wee bits and pieces that they're helped with by the NGOs. And each individual will have a record of exactly how much it's cost the taxpayer to keep that person in this country. So I imagine that will be their first target, people like that. I would not like to think that they're going to just kick everybody out. Anybody that's come over, integrated, is working, part of society. I would not like to think we would ever be that harsh. I can't imagine Britain ever being that kind of country. I don't think we would allow it. But, harsh decisions do need to be made, and really difficult action needs to be taken, Um, and they're going to come at us. They're going to show. There's going to be incidents of families, and they're going to make families like the poster of certain campaigns to go against us. They're going to make us out to be really bad people, that we want to get rid of everybody, and we're just really horrible far right racist thugs. And so this, whatever is going on in Germany, whatever the AfD are getting, all the flack that they're taking, we will be able to do that. We will be able to see from that what we've got coming in 4 years' time, if it takes 4 years. Julie, hello, Julie. I'm sure I've said hello. Sorry, guys, give me 2 seconds. They will do anything to stop or just. Sorry, hold on. See Billy Moore get slapped off the screen. No, I didn't. No, Giovanni, I'll look for that. James, they will do anything to stop a leading partner. Yeah, 100%. Eddie Cool. If USA rigged Biden, then it's no problem with Germany getting rigged. That's what I think. Because they have seen what's happened with Trump, and that's what worries me with Labour, because they can see what's coming after them. They know what's coming. because we want exactly what Trump's doing. We want exactly what our patriots, exact same people as us, the people that we stood side by side through all the world wars, through all the economic stuff, from everything. We've stood side by side, us in America, and what America does, you can bet your dollar on it and your pound that we'll be doing it next. So Shelley, them and the women in charge of Woodhull is supposed to be Christian. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. Yeah. Well, she'll be judged. She'll get her day in judgment. Thanks, John. Yeah, I've had this wee hat for a while. Got it in Glasgow. Me and one of my best mates. Can't really name him. Good boy. Old school as well. Good, really good lad. And he bought one. I bought one. At the bars. In the bars in Glasgow. It's always getting dogs' furs that are sticking to it. Like, can't believe they got the jobs. Like the kids in the sweet shop. Yeah. Freedom Dad, in 4 years we could be in martial law. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, that's and it's no exaggerating. It's no like it's not. Yeah, what other way can they stop us? Is by creating a pandemic, locking us all down, and then that's us. We're done. All they need to do then is hit the social media sites. You know, imagine being locked down and all your YouTube channels all getting taken down at once. Imagine what that would be like, you know? And then they put voice recognition, because this is what they do. This is what they did with Tommy. They bring voice recognition into it. So every time your voice comes on the internet, if anybody shares one of Tommy's videos or anything, AI pick it up straight away and cancel the video and probably delete your account. Same with photographs, all facial recognition. And it's scary that they can wipe us all out so easy, so quickly, and it scares me that we are going to be silenced and others are going to be given loud healers. Why would you say that, John? Why would you say that? I'm disappointed in you. So I am very disappointed in you. I've been talking to you about this. I'm trying to stop myself. I'm like that. I was like that, constantly worrying about Lucky. How long have I got left with her? You know. William Stewart, question for everyone. See about this. Right, William Stewart, question for everyone. See about this conscription. Would you let them do it to your kids? I wouldn't, because the establishment won't send their kids. So no chances mine going. Nah, it would be time to go, guys. If that came and there was conscription and my daughter or my children there was fear of them going in, getting pulled into the army, it'd be time to go. It would be time to go. Sorry, guys, but that would be the final draw. That would be it. I wouldn't have my daughter staying here. Way I see it, those Muppets can gather up all the Labour Party, their families and friends, and they go. Fair enough, Matty. Sue, yes, same William. No way will I let my boys go. Yeah, James, not a hope in hell. Yep. My children fight for them. Traitors, John, no way, William. Yep. Just seen another channel. The Pope's gone. Anyone else hearing this? Oh, the Pope's dead. Oh my goodness. Well, that affect a lot of people. It's not really, I don't really, and it's nothing to do with Protestant and Catholic. I feel that I'm being let down by all high-ranking Christians around the world, both Protestants and Catholics. You look at the cardinals and the way they behave, and the bishops, and and the Pope. You know what I mean? I just don't think, it worries me. It worries me. But like I say, God will judge him. God will judge these people. But here's one, just before I scroll down anymore. If the Pope has died, we know that's a big deal in Ireland. And, where does that leave the Irish people with Christianity and all the rest of it? You know what I mean? Because the way I feel right now, that they keep pushing it all down, you're not allowed to speak about it. You don't hear anything about Christianity anymore. There's nothing out there. It's all nobody covers it. There's nothing, you know. But there's loads about Islam, loads about Muslims and Muhammad, and I know so much about Islam. It's nuts. It's why I don't want to know anything about Islam. I haven't read the Quran. I've never held the Quran in my hands. You understand? Never held the Quran in my hands, never once. And I know stuff about Islam, Muhammad, and the Jesus a bit, and it's just because I'm on YouTube and Muslims keep on telling me stuff that, they keep trying to tell me things that they believe that I don't. You know what I mean? And as soon as a Christian tries to do the other way around, it's like, whoa! It's like that offends me. Boom, silenced. You get me? So it'll be interesting to see what happens in Ireland. That will be the black smoke now. Transparency, Shell. Hi, Herman. Welcome aboard. Giovanni, yeah, John wanted Billy to do him. Julie Clark, I believe if they can rig him right, yeah, definitely. Oh, but what happened, I think, this time with Trump, I do believe the Bidens did rig that last election, but I think they didn't. They underestimated how many patriots, how many people were actually voting for Republicans. I think a lot of people, a lot of the Democrats were kidding on. They were still going to vote for the Democrats, but when they actually got to the ballot, they went for the Republicans. And I think that's what threw them. And I think that what might happen in Great Britain. I think the the amount of patriots, right wing politics that's going to come out in the next 4 years is going to be overwhelming for the left, and it will just be impossible for them to rig anything. You understand? Yeah, and I think if they were to rig something like that, I think the North would have enough, and there would be some sort of divide. They would have enough, and they would just go, you know what? Again, have London, have the South of England. We're doing our own elections up here. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing I think would happen if Labour were to pull a stunt like that, because there's too many people now in the streets demanding Labour step down. Never mind when it comes to the vote. There are people are wanting Labour gone now, today. Never mind 4 years' time when it comes to actually voting. So, yeah, I think we should be okay. Shell. Was it Shell? Sure it was. Julie, sorry. Peaky Blinders hat, yeah, I've wore a hat all my life. You've seen the picture. I think I've got one on when I was like, I think I was about 6 or 7 years old. The picture where I'm holding, no, that's that was 1977. The picture you ever see of me holding the wee red handy Ulster, the wee flag that I've done, I was 7 years old. And the one where I've got the Great Britain t-shirt on, I think I was about 6 years old when that was taken, and I've got a wee hat like that on. I don't think I've ever had any photographs taken without a hat on. Growing up as a wee boy and all the rest of it, I was really, really thingied about wearing a hat. I was always wearing hats. It was just everybody knew me wearing a hat. I don't know. It's weird. I've just always wore hats all my life, and I used to wear. I bought a trilby hat when I was 18 years old. Right, swear to God, a rabbit skin trilby hat. It cost me £42 in 1988. Okay, and the guy I was with bought one similar, okay, because he was copying me. And we went to a nightclub in Northampton, and the DJ shouted, because we looked like the Blues Brothers. It was looking back now, we must have looked ridiculous. But I thought I looked cool. Maybe if I was on my own with just me wearing it, I probably would have looked cool. Cost £42 in 1988 was an awful lot of money, So that tells you what hats meant to me. Hats are always been a thing. Hats and jackets. Think Funky Prepper just back after 4 months. All right, okay. I've watched him. Some here. I see him here. I said to my missus, if he wasn't in view of camera, he would have got mullered. John, yep. William Stewart. I think that's Storm you're talking about. William Stewart, M&G. I don't know, but if all their kid go, it might be different. But I'll stand up for them no matter what. Been there and done it. Yeah. Generation X. Daniel. Don't know where we're getting that from. We need to be careful with our words unless you're just trying to bring problems to the platform. Me being brought up Catholic as a child, right? I'm a realist. I was only saying catch you later. I'm a realist. I was only saying catch you later, peeps. All right, John, take care, son. I'll give you a wee shout later, my bro. No, John is a realist. There's no two ways about it, and like so much respect. This is what I'm talking about. like a lot of people get Christianity wrong. Christianity did go a wee bit hardcore, and it is like the Church of Scotland, Church of England. You know what I mean? Maybe the Presbyterian is a wee bit hardcore. Like I'm a Methodist, so we're not as hardcore, you know. And I'm a Christian. The type of Christian. I'm a Christian who believes in God, believes there's one God, and believes that you go to hell. I believe in the Ten Commandments, and I believe that Jesus died on the cross for our sins. And you know, without preaching too much, guys, you know what I'm trying to say. You know, it's not like the old days where you had to behave yourself and not swear and go to church and read the Bible. Them days are gone. You know, when Christianity's at risk the way it is, then we have to become different Christians, you know. And I don't want to go into it too much, you know what I mean? But, you know, the time where the Christians just sitting down saying nothing and reading a passage of the Bible while our loved ones were being essayed. Them days are gone. Okay, this is a new breed of Christians that are coming, and we're going to fight peacefully for our religion to bring back our religion of Christianity, both Protestant and Catholic, back to England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. You know. John Giles, organ failure is critical. No confirmation of his death yet. Thank you so much, John Giles, for that. Jesus had a donkey, it gets a bulletproof motor. Yeah, yeah, it's all material things as well. Jesus lived in a humble hut. Pope lives in a material. Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Well, this is the thing as well that, and you, this is a thing about my Christianity, guys, is I would never take if I ever became a millionaire. Obviously, my Katie and my Lucky would be sorted for life. But I would do so much with that. I would not spend that on myself, you know. I would eat better so I could do more work. I would look after myself so I could do more work helping people. And that's what Christianity is about. That when you are a true Christian, doesn't matter if you swear, doesn't matter if you smoke, doesn't matter if you like a drink, you know what I mean? Um, there's things that you don't do and you stick to that. You know what I mean? Everything else you can talk to your God about. You know what I mean? You can have a date with Him. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. But if you can explain yourself to your God and have an understanding of why you behave and you commit yourself to God for allaying those sins, because I am a sinner and I ask God for forgiveness. Everything I've done, the bank robberies, scaring people, all the rest of it, the damage I've done in jail, I've always asked God to forgive me for them things. But it doesn't mean I can just run about doing whatever I want. But sometimes in life we have to do bad things. You know, we really do. There's like I say, we're not going to just sit and read verses of the Bible when people are doing us harm. Them days are gone. And I think God understands that now. You know what I mean? He understands that sometimes Christians have to stand up for themselves, you know. And these men of the cloth, the clergy, and all these men and these men and up high who are talking about diversity and talking about inclusion and talking about gay marriage and talking about all the rest of it. You know what I mean? They don't care about the people. You know what I mean? I'm not disagreeing or agreeing with anything. I'm just saying there's Christians aren't involved in Christianity anymore. It's being run by men who I truly believe aren't walking in the footsteps of God or on the path of God. And that's my problem with all that, with the Pope and with all the rest of it, and both sides, Catholics and Protestants. Um, cheers, John. Long live Ireland. Yeah, listen, God, I pray for Ireland, mate. I'm a Protestant from Belfast, and I pray for Ireland. You know, I never thought I'd see a day I pray for Ireland, but please believe me, Ireland needs our prayers right now. Um, there's a saying, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, and you can take that to the bank as far as me and Ireland are concerned. Right, M&G, thanks for your time. As always, love your input. Thanks for fucking spending an hour and 48 minutes with us. Sorry about M&G, sorry about Dan and the connection, but we are learning, we are getting better, and we will one day have an amazing platform. And I promise you will get on. I will get you all on whenever you feel like it, whenever you are up for it. We'll try and get a wee studio sort of set up so it looks like on the screen, like, you know, we'll have it all so you all have make me Freedom Dad behind you for me. I'll sort something out one day where we can all have our wee things behind us. But if you can just, if we're doing it my live, then we can all be like something like that. You know, it's just, You don't have to. I'm just trying to make it look a wee bit more professional one day and be more interactive and yeah, get to see you and get that chat and take turns. And I don't know, there's other things that we can do that will be interesting. And if anybody's got any ideas how they want to grow the community, I don't want to grow the channel, guys, but I would like to grow the community a wee bit. You know what I mean? As in people who are already subscribed that aren't in the community. They're just coming in, watching videos whenever they feel like it, but they're not really joining in the community. I want to grow that a wee bit more. But that's it. I'm really, really happy, guys. I'm disappointed that so many people are needing to get messages deleted. I'll get a wee chat with you after this, John, and you can let me know what the crack is. State, you seen it a couple of months ago, the two flags together. Dual state, you seen it a couple of months ago, the two flags together. Yeah, no, Ireland and Ulster, you talking about MGC later, MGC later. We have to put on our armor of Christianity. Yeah, yeah. See, that is that is the thing. You know what I mean? There is Christians that can fight, just like Muslims. The way the Muslim, you know what I mean? It's like all religions have got armies. All religions have fought in armies. You know what I mean? Um, And if other religions can run about unaliving people and still say go to heaven or paradise and all the rest of it, I do believe that in certain situations you can defend yourself. You know what I mean? Just like the law says, if somebody comes into your house and tries to attack you and you're cornered and you can't get out a window or run past them out a door without getting injured and you unalive that person, that is self-defense. But you can't stand at an open door in your house and then do that to somebody. They'll just say, why didn't you run away? Even though it's your house, you still have to run out the door rather than do that. You understand? You need to be cornered. You need to be cornered, guys. You need to be in a situation where you can't get away. Always remember that. Spot on about religion, freedom, Dad. Thank you, Julie. I couldn't be selfish with it. That's right. We are in the dark times. I went to Sunday school, Shell, nice one, Eddie. They're all complicit. Yep, definitely, mate. William, as long as you're happy, you don't need riches, some money here. Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I'm gutted. I'm gutted, like that. You know, I put so much emphasis. Like my dream as a wee boy was having nice cars, a nice house in the middle of nowhere. You know, rising through the ranks of the paramilitaries, owning a boat, going on traveling the world. And, I'd done that by the time I was 27, 28. And I mean, and got a fucking boat in the garden that didn't even see water. And a cracking bar, my own bar, in my garden. My garden was huge. And a wee bungalow just outside Belfast in a wee place called Malyle, right next to a windmill. Like a windmill you get in Holland. Right next to that, I had a judge living across the road. It was like a single track road. It was a wee I don't know, in the middle of nowhere. I had a judge living across the road from me. I had 5 or 6 cars, sports cars, all brand new, Audi and all that. Um, been all around the world, been America, Canada, all over Europe, up and down Europe, Ireland, been everywhere. Um, done it. Thailand, Cambodia. Yeah, been everywhere everywhere I'd want to go, I done, and then that was it. What do I do now? I wasted all that time and effort and money when really never once was I happy. It was always there was always something. There was always a risk. There was always danger. God knows how many years I've had it under my life. Some of the risks I've taken, and some doing what I've done and getting what I wanted, how I done it. Lots of things have came off that weren't good, where I could have not have done any of that, and even just got all the money and put it into helping. But I never thought I never knew I had the social skills to help anybody. You know what? I knew in the jail I was able to, everybody, I got on with everybody and I was always helping guys, whether with legal stuff or helping them with the prison stuff. Always helping guys, always had people, always had time for people. And it was just natural. But I never thought of doing that outside because outside prisons, a wee world, outside's a big world. I don't do well outside because I don't do well in the big world because the big world's got different people in it. They're different. They think differently. They haven't had any hardships. They haven't had any pains. They haven't seen any suffering. They don't relate to me at all, and I don't relate to them, and it's difficult. So I never ever thought anybody would listen to me. I never thought I had the skills. the energy or anything to do with talking like this to people and giving people advice. So it is a case of not being aware, not being told as a young age. Yeah, my foster mum told me I could sell ice to Eskimos. I've had people say to me all the way through my life, you've got an excuse for everything. I've always known been able to talk to a certain degree, but I've never had the confidence. I've never had anybody big me up. I've never had anybody tell me you're good or you're this or you're that. Never anything positive. And that's just part of being put in the care and being a problem child, and it all came from being abused. The problems came specifically from being abused and not being addressed, and having to deal with it all myself. As a really young boy, trying to fight off an older guy mentally and physically to the extent where I had to really hurt the guy. It really fucking hurt the boy. And I say a boy, he was like leaving school. I was in first year. This was a man. No two ways about it. This was a man, guys. You know what I mean? And so, like, having to be so violent at such a young age, and it took a long time for me to be violent. There was a bit went on before that. It took a lot, you know what I mean? Um, I'm not going to go into it, you know what I mean? But there was a really good reason why I did lose it. But I think that initial losing it set me up for being violent, for going to that violent place very easy. It was very easy for me to be threatened in jail and then maybe think subconsciously, would this guy maybe try and do something sexual to me if I let him walk over me? I don't know. There was something there that made me turn into a really horrible person that really hurt people and didn't give anybody an inch. And but I wasn't a bully. Once people left me alone, that was it. I was able to get on and be myself and have a laugh because people got to know me then. Because I'm not big. I'm not a big, strong guy. You know what I mean? And looking at me, I don't look like a hard man. But what I need to do damage to people. Once people know that, that's it. They leave me alone. They don't want to trouble. And then I'm able to be nice, because I can't be nice until people know that, because people take kindness as weakness in prison. But that is 110%. Being nice in prison is not a good thing. You need to be strong to be able to be nice. You understand? Okay, Eddie, have a good one. Yes, Julie, praying for Ireland. Is it true somebody in Scotland got arrested for praying? Yes, they didn't get arrested for praying, Shell. I've done a video about it yesterday. It's called Christians Under Attack or something like that. If you watch that, I'll explain it. But basically, they're getting arrested for something else, but they are praying, but they're not actually being arrested for praying. But there is people being arrested for preaching on the streets. People are complaining that they are feeling offended by a minister or preacher preaching from the Bible, and the police are arresting them, or they're putting them in a situation where they're asking for names and stuff and putting them under pressure, where they're then arresting them for a breach of the peace. But yes, she was arrested. She was praying, silently praying, but it was she got arrested for breach of the peace because it was inside a zone where she wasn't allowed to protest. So it was the protest she got arrested for, not what she was doing on the protest. And the reason why I want to emphasize this is because it's important we get the facts right, because no one will listen to us if we're not coming with the right facts. Yes, there is people being arrested for praying. Yes, there is people being arrested for preaching. But this specific case, she wasn't arrested for praying. She was arrested for being in a conclusion zone. Is everything okay? Yeah, sleepy. Okay. Yeah, 74-year-old. Yes, like I say, Shell, on my video, go and have a wee look after this or tomorrow. And I'll put the clip up. I'll put a couple of clips up. It's quite interesting. I thought it was a good wee video, you know. Can't take me anywhere. What have you done? Yeah, I got to see it now. Yeah, dreams to be happy. My dream now, my dream is for my daughter to be successful. My dream is for my daughter not to go out every morning and work really hard and spend most of her time away from her loved ones. My dream is for my daughter to become political, become a politician, make a living from helping people, Um, no, look at you can't shut you up now. I know, I know, I know, mate. But I have always been a talker in the jail. I've always been a wee bit of a storyteller and stuff like that. Not a storyteller as in telling lies, but I've always been like one of them guys. It's always had a laugh and a chat, and like I say, that's why people got on with me because I'm never down because I've been born and bred in institutes as a wee boy in the children's homes. In Rathgale and like everybody was in Rathgale. We all processed through in the prison, so it was just all the same faces and all the same places. You know what I mean? And it was just everything was easy, oozy. You know what I mean? And my attitude, people liked to be around me. You know what I mean? It was like if there was anything happening, Singy, Sparky, whatever, Paddy, depending where I was in England, they called me Paddy. I would be involved, and I would be picked for the football. I would be involved in the betting. I'd be involved in the sweepstake. And it was because I was a good person. You know what I mean? And they knew. Don't get me wrong. I'm still attacking screws. If a screw stepped out of line, they would get it. You know what I mean? I was in 12 different jails. I was ghosted non-stop. Yeah, Shell, I think, to be honest with you, that there is the one, and it's good to be able to talk like this. It's good to be able to let myself know that, listen, man, you're in a bad place, bad shit happened to you, and you just had to do what you had to do. And you got to understand, it's only because I'm doing these videos I'm understanding it. It really is. It's other stuff that I'm learning about myself is coming on the videos that I'm doing. He's just a big cuddle bear now. I am. Thanks, John Rankin. That many names I get mixed up. What's William? Thanks for the invite. I'll take a look. To Mary Jones, LOL. A lot of Joys and Johns. Yeah, there is like Julie, John, James. Shit. Right, Julie, take care. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Oh, 2 hours and 1 minute. Wow. I have to go now to take the dog out. Yeah, we'll just wrap it up. 2 hours is perfect, guys. And I like to leave it to you as well. If you are getting itchy feet, just let me know. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. I'll probably just say hello in the morning. Going to buy me a coffee hang, show you that. Get a wee chat about that. Just say thank you to everybody. And yeah, hope get Tendai on at the weekend. He'll have a microphone and all. He'll have everything sorted, and I'm looking forward to meeting Tendai. A really really amazing guy. I don't really know how amazing he is because I don't really get the chance to talk to him. I'll probably find out how amazing he is on Sunday along with yous because it's just one of them ones, guys. When you meet somebody and you just know he's different. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. It's one of them ones. You know what I mean? Very coy, very shy, very not shy, but it, he's no flamboyant. You know what I mean? He doesn't show off, and he doesn't let on. And it's very endearing. I think he's a very endearing man. That's what I personally think. He's intriguing. He intrigues me as well. So he does very intriguing. He's the kind of guy I want to have around me. He's the kind of guy I would like to be friends with for a long time. And yeah, amazing. His girlfriend, his partner is amazing. His The family they have is amazing, and they've all been through stuff. The journey that every single one of them's had is amazing. And I'm not just talking about Tenda, I'm talking about his partner and other people and around the area and everybody around here. Everybody's been on their own wee journeys and have working class. Believe you me, it's no smooth ride, guys. It really isn't. For some people, it's really really difficult. But this is what we hear about. We're here to talk about all that stuff. Is he near us or a different person? I don't know who you're talking about, wee Cammy. Pop round and see me tomorrow, wee Cammy, and I'll talk about your garden. If you want me to help you sort your garden out, I'll help you sort it out. It can be fixed. And John. Right, good night, everybody. Take care. All my love. And from Tulip as well. God bless. You want to bark or sniff or snort or something? Nah. Okay, God bless you all. Take care, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Drop me a wee comment under my video just so we can say hello. God bless, guys. Good night. Have a good one.